Oh shit, I forgot I was going live. So guys, um, I know that there's nobody particularly too interested in listening to what I have to say, but people are forgetting there's more than one convoy out this motherfucker. There's convoys coming from the north, the south, the east, and then there's the big convoy coming from the west that's getting bigger by the day. What's up, PD? I got to thinking. There's two, three, four, five, six convoys coming from all over, all headed to one spot. But there's another convoy people are missing, and unless it directly affects you or someone that you know, you wouldn't notice this. But mark my words, over the next 7 days, folks. The next 7 days is going to be a trip and a half. And I'm excited, really excited. Hard times make hard men make good times make soft men, and soft men make hard times, and the cycle repeats. We'll clip that drive-by cop, watch out. But yeah, the other convoy, the one that no one is seeing, not the fact that it's four convoys split into one, or split up and joining into one. What about those that it's not their truck, so their boss man said they can't go in their rig, so they just took the week off? What about the guys who can't afford to risk losing their rig because they've got kids back home to feed? And what people aren't noticing is that there's going to be a silent majority that aren't there. But the roads are going to be empty and no one's going to think about it. Traffic's going to be rolling. Be safe, man. The traffic is going to be rolling and everyone's like, wait a minute, why is traffic rolling so good? It's because there's a lot of people not on the roads. They're not at home. They're not traveling. They're not going to work. Y'all might not see it for 2 weeks. But in 2 weeks, you're going to notice. If this goes on, if this convoy thing goes on the way that I think it's going to go, y'all are in for a fucking treat. I hope you. Stores are going to be empty. Gas stations are going to be dry. I know at a minimum the roads are going to be pretty empty for a week. And in a week's time, you never know just how much of the world moves in a week. Now imagine what happens when the world stops, even if only for a week. When the world stops turning for even a second, the whole world, I'm saying this like I don't, have nothing to do with this, but I do. I really do. Like, I understand where they're coming from, what they're doing, and what everybody else is thinking, oh, they're getting together, they're throwing a protest, but they're not moving material. And it's not, the impact isn't going to be felt immediately. It's going to be days from now. Long after the police started getting violent and started, calling them terrorists and all this other shit, when the police realized that there's no more pepper spray coming in, they've been used it all. When there's no more bullets hitting the gun stores because they've done shot them all, and there's nothing else coming in. Now that is the real power move. That is the fucked up shit. Everyone's gonna notice this because supplies aren't moving. They're not gonna be moving at the level they was, and they're not gonna be moving at the level they was for several weeks, maybe months. And it's all because they want to use free people as lab rats. Not that they have the right to use anyone as a lab rat, non-consenting, but they don't have the right under the Geneva Convention to use humans as lab rats in the first place. So everyone's just overlooking that fact. That's pretty fucking funny though. Everybody's just like literally overlooking the Geneva Convention. We got a lot of stuff we gotta do. And it's gonna be really funny watching all the little sheeple when they finally realize the level of impact of what they've brushed off and waved away and just signed off on. Like, silence is acquiescence in so many ways. And people just, they're going about their way every day. Head down, go to work, go home, go to work, go home. And the world around them's going to shit. Well, some people aren't just going to work, going home. Some people's out there doing things, making the world a better place. Sometimes that's what you need to do is stop worrying about the negativity and start thinking about the positivity. And there's a friend of mine that's got me into that mentality here lately. I've got to thank him for that. But y'all mark my words, in 2 weeks from now, that protest is still going to be taking place. Whether they've all scattered and went back home, the effects of it will be felt for months to come. And that's the funny thing is, they're all worried about the right now, right here. How do we get them to stop? Well, if you stop them, they're still not going to go back to work. Not for a while, at least. And by then, you're going to be begging them. I mean, when you're wiping your ass with your last wash rag, what you going to use? Really, what are you going to use when you use your last wash rag? So my advice is to the parents, go get you a couple of things, diapers and wipes. Don't go nuts now because we don't want everyone to be fucked. Get a couple a day, wait a couple days. Let some other people get a chance to get a couple. Go back, get you another one or two. Stock up, because when the effects of this are finally felt, it's gonna be some shit, y'all. So I can't stay on here forever. And I see that my counter keeps jumping. But yeah, I don't even remember what I titled this. I do know that those that are out there able to fight, or willing to fight, are fighting. Those that are willing to fight, but are unable, are fighting. Even those that are able to fight, and are unwilling to fight, are helping. They just don't know how yet. The bootleggers, they're helping. They're helping prove a point. They're consuming the shit. The shit is limited. The toilet paper, the gas, it's all limited. It's a limited commodity. That's what it is. It's a commodity. Hey, Stephanie. And when the commodities are necessities, as we've, humans used to be dumb. Humans didn't have commodities 200 years ago. The only commodities they had was like their clothes. The rest of it, they either grew or traded. One commodity for another. But you can have all the greenbacks you want to, it don't do you no good when there's nothing on the shelf. Then you gotta start looking at what you got.
Welcome to Illinois.
Well, I just doxed myself. Whoops. missed the convoy. That's what happened. I took the wrong highway and I missed it. That shit sucks. Oh well. I guess I'm gonna turn around and try another highway. I'm gonna find them. They're out here. And I will try to bring y'all some footage. But just be thinking about it. Over the next 7 days, as you notice, the roads are eerily empty. That even those that aren't at the protest, so the protest is really going to be big. The convoy is a big thing, much bigger than you can ever imagine. And that's because a lot of it is invisible. They're supporting by not being there, right? But they're also supporting by not moving them loads. They're contributing. That's their form of protest. They may not be able to be there. They may not be able to risk going to jail or getting their truck towed or impounded. But they are not moving material. And I am going to fucking laugh. With all of you normal, everyday, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to the grocery store, go to work, go to home, go to home, go to work, go to home, go to work, go to home, go to the grocery store. Yeah. It's going to be go to work, go to home, go to work, go to home. Can't go anywhere. The car's out of gas. The gas station's out of gas. Everybody's walking. Or stuck at home. Lose your job. You get fired. You know. What happens when nobody can go to work and everybody gets fired? Well, they done fired all the truckers. And the ones that are still hired and still working can't make the fucking runs to get everything situated everywhere in the world. Those that are still going to keep going, that believe the government's still doing the right thing, you know, they'll keep running the loads, but they'll never keep up. There's not enough of them. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh all the way to the fucking woods. I'm going to grab me a little string and a little tree, and I'm going to make me a trap and catch me a rabbit. Might make me a nice sharp stick to go catch me a hog. Or deer, I don't know. But I do know what I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to be sitting in some skyscraper with 300 other thousand people starving to death in some big city. That's what I'm not going to be doing. I shouldn't say I'm going to laugh, because I'm not really going to laugh. It's not funny. But rhetorically, I'll be laughing. But I don't seem to have anybody really want to chat too much. Just use a potato. A thing of potato and a can of hairspray work great. A potato and a thing of hairspray. That would be a great way to kill a hog. A can of Coke will do it too. But I mean, you know, you gotta know how to do this shit. Like, they say that, you know, you gotta have a gun to hunt. No, you don't. You can trap. You can use a bow. Fucking a homemade potato gun would work too. Can't say it's the most humane way to put them down and the most accurate, but it's all you got. It's all you got. And when nobody's working, everybody's starving to death, there's still going to be things you can find that's going to be available, but they'll be worthless to everybody else. But if you're smart, you can find a way to use everything for whatever purpose. I mean, you know, them really heavy 12-gram CO2 cartridges, those would be really valuable when the shit stops flowing and everybody's starving to death. You know why? Because a squirrel makes a nice stew. Little Daisy Red Ryder, you might get you a bird, 4 or 5 of them, make you a little soup. But all of you fucking yuppie city slickers, y'all gonna starve. Y'all gonna be eating the trash, and then the trash is gonna run out. That's fucking hilarious. What are they gonna do when the trucks stop moving, the food stops coming in, the fuel dries up, and there's no way for them to leave? Well, they're going to turn to the trash. They're going to eat the trash. And then the trash is going to